Hey guys, Brent here, and today we're kayak camping on the Current River in Missouri. Alright guys, like I said, Current River. There are 4 of us here. We have Liz and Dan back behind, we have Megan here, and obviously I'm here. So we are doing 3 days, 2 nights out here. We started at the Baptist camp. Pretty cool access, not busy at all. There was just hardly anyone there. I think there was one other car when we got there first thing in the morning. Then we did shuttle a car down to our takeout point, which is going to be Welch Spring. Gives us about a 35-mile trip, very doable over 3 days. It's the middle of summer, so we've got long days right now. But yeah, that's it. We're gonna get to it, and we are gonna get going on the river. Oh, we got a portage around that one.
Let's go!
All right, guys, just got off the river for a minute. We just made it over to Medlock Spring, so we are gonna fill up some water and hang out for a few because this water is really cold and feels great, and then get back on the river and we're gonna start looking for camp for the evening. Not in any big hurry, but definitely time to start keeping our eyes open for that campsite that'll look the best. Just made it over to Welch Spring and the old hospital ruins out here. Spring is just raging right now. We saw it coming and we're like, hey, that's quite a little rapid coming up. But I mean, it's just beautiful. So that's spring back behind me. This hospital used to be used to treat, I believe, TB, some other stuff, as I trip over a rock. But they believe that the spring waters had healing abilities, and there's actually access to the cave that goes down below where the spring comes out of from the hospital. It's all gated up now, but pretty awesome to see. This is definitely something that I was looking forward to seeing when we got out here. I'm gonna go check it out.
Look how cool that is.
That's cold. Like someone just turned on the air conditioning.
Yeah.
I want to camp right here. Paddle hard, babe. Paddle hard straight into the beach. Dinner time, campfire cheeseburgers. Well, we paddled kind of late into the day and ended up on this little gravel bar here. So no worries about rain or anything tonight. Shouldn't have any worries about being low down close to the water. Tomorrow might be a different story depending on what the weather does, but for now we're good to go. And yeah, dinner time. Hey everybody, a little after 7 a.m. right now. Just got up. Feels great out here. We had a little scare last night. We were finishing up dinner. Some thunder started rolling through, and yeah, we kind of boogied to eat dinner and get in bed. Luckily, we didn't get any rain, no lightning, so we were fine here at camp. But definitely expedited things last night a little bit. I do have a little fire going right now. I'm getting ready to cook up some breakfast and some bacon and eat some fruit. Perks of kayak camping versus backpacking, I can actually bring a lot of this stuff. We are camped shortly before Acres Ferry, so we made good miles yesterday. Should be pretty smooth sailing today. The weather forecast does look a little iffy with chances of storms all day. So I guess we will see what the day brings. Right looks like where the water is flowing. Watch that go over right. Well, we just made it to the lower landing at Acres Ferry. I believe there is a shop up there somewhere where we can get some ice and maybe some cold drinks, ice cream, something to support the local businesses and give us a little bit of pick-me-up on the river. So that's what we're gonna go look for. All right, so if you guys are on river and you're floating past Acres, definitely recommend coming up here. Ice cream sandwiches, they got cold drinks in the fridge, ice out back, so definitely worth the short little trip off of the trail. And the folks here are really nice too. Crazy the amount of people coming down this river today.
Just like 40 minutes ago.
Yeah. Alright guys, so we are kind of chilling, taking it easy right now. As you saw, once we went to the store at Acres, we caught all of the day float traffic. Traffic that was taking off from the upper and lower landing, so it was kind of a zoo there for a little bit. And we decided that we were just going to push hard for about 30 or 40 minutes and get in front of it, and it worked. So we are back to having some solitude on the river, running into a few boats, a couple canoes, couple kayaks, just a few people though, no more of the day crazy. So we did it, we beat it, we got out in front of it, and should have a pretty good trip the rest of the day today. Skies are starting to get a little cloudy, so we will see what the weather does. There were some pop-up storms potentially in the forecast for today, so we will just have to watch and see what happens. If we catch a bunch of lightning, we will get off of the river and wait it out. So that is the plan. Next stop should be Cave Spring. That was one of the big attractions of doing this river. I think that was the first picture I saw of this river and decided, yep, I want to do that. So we got that to look forward to. Alright, so Cave Spring was pretty awesome. We are just kind of floating right now. We're going slow down the river. We're making miles faster than what we planned on, with having to get in front of that big crowd. So it's just started drizzling some, still some cloud cover, but it's pretty scattered. So I think we'll battle this most of the day on and off, just little bits of rain. As long as we don't have lightning strikes in the area, we're good to keep going. So we're gonna take it easy, slow it down, and just enjoy the river. Well, the rain has started. Not coming down too bad, but it's definitely raining on us. We decided to stop for a few at this big gravel bar. Liz and Dan are a little ways back. I think I see them starting to come through now, so figured we'd wait for them to catch up. Starting to see some of these just massive gravel bars through this section, so shouldn't have any issue finding a spot to camp tonight. We're going to get past Pulltite and camp somewhere between there and Round Spring. Ideally somewhere where we can get up a little higher off the river and somewhere with some trees so I can string up some hammocks, and we'll see from there. We are going way faster than we thought we would today, so we've already done I think 11 or 12 miles this morning, which means we're going to be off the river pretty quick today, which is probably a good thing with this rain and starting to hear a little bit of thunder in the background. So more time at camp today, less time on the river, but it's been awesome. River is moving fast, minimal obstacles. Haven't been dragging too much. We have a little bit here and there, but nothing nearly as bad as yesterday, that section between Baptist and Cedar Grove. But I see them up there. We're gonna talk to them for a few, make some decisions, and then get back going. Now it's raining. Here, I see it. All right, met some pretty cool people out here. We're gonna do a little beer swap here. We got a Missouri Mule IPA, and they're gonna get a Beer Brewery Kolsch. Nice little summer beer. So
Nice.
thanks for sharing a spot with us in the rain when it was coming down pretty hard. And yeah, I'm gonna enjoy a Missouri Mule. Alright guys, made it to Pulltite. We are at the campground now. There is some Wi-Fi here and a little general store where we can potentially pick up a few things. Maybe another sweet tea again, just to rub it in Pete Beck's face, since he couldn't get anything on his trip when he was here. So maybe I'll get another picture with one of those, just for you, Pete. Just heads up, if you're on this river, Pulltite Campground does have full guest Wi-Fi without a password. First time I've had service since we got on the river, so kind of nice to be able to catch up on a few messages, check in with some folks, let them know that we're still here, we're still doing okay. But if you're doing this part of the river, plan to stop here. It's about the only place that you can check in unless you're doing satellite messaging. So, pro tip. Hey Pete, this one's for you, buddy. We got the extra sweet tea, not the diet. Alright guys, short trip after the campground. Just made it out to Pulltite Spring. We're gonna take this short little spur trail up there and go check out the spring itself. right, guys. We inadvertently paddled a little further than we planned today, so we are at the Welch Spring lower landing, which means our trip's done. We did over 20 miles today and kind of passed up the last couple gravel bars. We had our sights set on food and probably a hotel somewhere. I think most of the campgrounds are booked up, so we'll see what happens. Just epic down here. Awesome scenery. We got to see a lot of different stuff. The springs are super cool. The river's nice and cool. It's just beautiful down here. I have no idea what Megan just did in the background, but she's giggling. So that's it for this one. Well, it's supposed to be 3 days, 2 nights, turned into an overnight trip, about 35 miles. And we're gonna go find 3 of my favorite things. You guys know what they are: beer, pizza, and a nap. See you guys from the current river in the Ozarks.